For that, we're actually heading into the market opening, but in the meantime, we also have another stock in focus. Biocon is the company that we're speaking to. The US FDA has issued 11 observations each for its 2 sites in Bengaluru and 6 observations for the Malaysia site. Shreehas Tambe, who is the Deputy Chief Executive Officer at Biocon Biologics, joins us on the phone line to talk about that. Shreehas, if you can tell us how serious are these observations and any data integrity issues that have been pointed out by the US FDA?
Morning, Sonia. Thank you for having me on your show today.
Sure.
Let me first at the outset clarify that there are no systemic non-compliances that have been cited in any of these observations that the agency has put out. And there are no data integrity breaches that you specifically talked about. So let me put that out there first and then give a little bit of context to what these observations are about. Typically, when a pre-approval inspection happens, it is usually for one site, for one pre-approval for a new product. Now, since we didn't have inspections since 2009, we've been waiting for the agency to get over to our facilities. This inspection was at 7 different manufacturing facilities at 2 different locations, Bangalore and Malaysia, for 3 new products and also for a new facility that we brought into our manufacturing network. So if you were to view this in context, this was like 5 different inspections conducted over almost 20 plus days by over 8 inspectors. So that's a pretty large inspection. So these need to be viewed in light of what the inspection scale was, Sonia.
Okay, so you're saying that there are no data integrity issues, breaches observed by the US FDA and no systemic non-compliances post the US FDA inspection, right? So that is a positive. Can you tell us, was this a pre-approval inspection? And is it because of the biosimilar launch that you have? And if so, can you just tell us what the future course of action is?
Yeah, as I said, there were 3 different products, 3 new products that we are looking to bring to the US market. And as a part of the process, it requires the agency to inspect us for the manufacturing site. And these are 3 different facilities that they've inspected, 3 different products they've inspected us for, over 7 different manufacturing facilities. Now, as next steps, it's a part of the process. They've cite these observations in a form 483. The number of the form is 483. And we will respond to these observations through a CAPA plan, Corrective and Preventive Action Plan, over 15 working days, which is the time frame that is provided by the agency. And we're confident of being able to respond to their observations in these timely manner.
Okay. Does this in any way impact the approval timelines for FY23?
Sonia, at this time, post the inspection, we have no reason to believe that there is any change to that timeline. The inspectors didn't indicate any change to that approval timeline.
Okay, no changes to the approval timelines. So that's good. Can you give us a status of the Viatris deal being completed?
Like we had shared with you in the past when we signed the deal in February of this year, this calendar year, that we would be looking to consummate that and close the transaction by the end of the first half of this fiscal, first half of H1, as we said. And we are on track for that. We look to close that end of September.
So if you're closing the deal by the end of September, what about the fundraising? You were looking to raise money via the equity route. An update on that?
Yeah, again, on that, we had guided that we will be funding this transaction with a mix of equity and debt funding. And again, here too, we have a lot of interest. We've always had a lot of interest from debt funding. We have that covered, and likewise with equity as well. And we should be in a good position. As I said, we're tracking to the original timelines that we had laid out. It's only subject to the statutory approvals, which we expect to get as planned.
Sure, we leave it at that, Shreehas. Thanks a lot for joining in.